Jon Snow, the chosen one who never wanted power. Part 1. Power and the Great Irony. Game of Thrones is a story about power. Every war, every betrayal, every death is driven by the hunger to rule. Kings fight for crowns, queens burn cities, lords betray families. But buried inside this brutal world is a quiet irony. The man who was born to rule the Seven Kingdoms never wanted power at all. Jon Snow's story is not about ambition, it is about responsibility. And that difference changes everything. Part 2. The Bastard of Winterfell. Jon Snow grows up carrying a name that follows him like a shadow. Bastard. He lives in Winterfell, eats with nobles, trains with princes, yet he is never allowed to forget that he does not truly belong. Catelyn Stark's silence hurts more than insults. It teaches Jon an early lesson. The world judges you before you speak. From childhood, Jon learns humility, patience, and emotional strength. These traits do not make him powerful, they make him human. Part 3. The Wall and the Making of a Leader. Jon joins the Night's Watch believing he is escaping his past. Instead, he finds his purpose. At the Wall, names mean nothing. Bastards and lords wear the same black cloak. Jon never demands respect. He earns it by sharing hardship, listening to others, and choosing fairness. Leadership finds Jon not because he wants control, but because others trust him with their lives. In Westeros, this kind of leadership is rare and dangerous. Part 4. The Cost of Doing What is Right. As Lord Commander, Jon makes the bravest decision of his life. He allies with the wildlings to save humanity from extinction. To Jon, this choice is obvious. To his brothers, it is betrayal. For the Watch. Jon Snow is stabbed by the men he led. Game of Thrones delivers one of its darkest truths. Doing the right thing does not guarantee survival. Jon dies not as a king, but as a man who chose morality over safety. Part 5. Return without ambition. Jon Snow returns from death, but something has changed. He's alive, yet emotionally distant. My watch has ended. He walks away from titles, commands, and power. Unlike others, resurrection does not fuel his ambition, it drains it. Jon has already paid the price of leadership, and he doesn't want to pay it again. Part 6. The Truth of His Birth. The greatest revelation arrives quietly. Jon Snow is not a bastard. He is Aegon Targaryen, the true heir to the Iron Throne. For anyone else, this knowledge would ignite desire. For Jon, it brings only conflict. Power to him means sacrifice, and this truth feels like another burden, not a reward. Part 7. The Crown Within Reach. After Daenerys falls, the Iron Throne is empty. Jon has the bloodline, the respect, and the support of the people. Yet he steps back. Jon understands something Westeros never did. Those who crave power are often the least fit to wield it. By refusing the throne, Jon proves he is different and perhaps better than every ruler before him. Part 8. The End Beyond the Wall. Jon Snow's story does not end on a throne. It ends in the north, beyond politics and lies. No crown, no banners, only freedom. This is not punishment, it is release. Jon Snow never ruled the Seven Kingdoms, but he saved them, and maybe that's the true definition of a king. Part 9. A King Without a Crown. When Jon Snow is named king in the north, the moment feels earned but not celebrated. Jon does not smile. He does not raise his fists. He does not crave the title. While others see glory, Jon sees responsibility. To him, a crown is not power, it is a weight that never lets you sleep. Part 10. Leadership through sacrifice. Jon's leadership is defined by sacrifice. He stands in the front lines. He shares danger with his people. He never rules from comfort. He rules from the cold. This is why the North follows him, not out of fear, but out of respect. Part 11. The Battle of the Bastards. The Battle of the Bastards is not about strategy, it is about emotion. Jon charges alone, driven by rage and love, not ambition. He survives because others believe in him, because leadership is not about control, it's about connection. Part 12. Meeting Daenerys. When Jon meets Daenerys, he meets someone who wants power for the right reasons, or so it seems. Both believe they are doing what is best for the world, but their motivations are different. Daenerys wants to rule to change the world. Jon wants to protect it. That difference matters. Part 13. Bending the knee. Jon bends the knee to Daenerys, not out of weakness, but out of necessity. He sacrifices his crown to save his people, a decision few kings would ever make. Jon proves again that power means nothing to him if it costs innocent lives. Part 14. Love versus destiny. Jon's love for Daenerys complicates everything. For the first time, his heart conflicts with his duty. But Jon Snow has always been the same. When forced to choose, he chooses duty, even when it breaks him. Part 15. The truth that changes everything. The truth of Jon's birth comes out quietly. No trumpets, no celebration. Aegon Targaryen, the true heir. This knowledge does not empower Jon, it isolates him, because now his existence threatens the woman he loves. Part 16. Watching a queen fall. Jon watches Daenerys change. What once looked like justice begins to look like control. What once felt like mercy turns into fear. Jon sees what others refuse to accept. Power has consumed her, and Jon knows where this path ends. Part 18. The hardest choice. Stopping Daenerys is not an act of betrayal, it is an act of responsibility. Jon sacrifices love for the greater good, a decision no one should ever have to make. This moment defines him more than any battle ever could. Part 19. The final refusal. After everything is over, the Iron Throne stands empty. The realm looks to Jon, history waits, and Jon Snow steps away. He refuses the crown one last time because he understands something no one else does. Power is something to be survived.